What's up, guys? This is Fragrance Fight Friday, and today we have a battle between two fragrances, but they're not just any fragrances. These are two 10 out of 10 scents that I love, and I'm putting them up against each other. If you guys want to know my thoughts, stay tuned. Am I wearing pants? No. But am I ready? You bet your ass I'm ready. All right, so we're gonna get started. These are two fragrances that are used in the winter time. They're very nice. They're deep, dark, resinous, and they're really not fragrances that are supposed to be talked about right now in this time because it's summer and spring, but am I gonna do it anyways? Yeah. So the first fragrance comes from Tom Ford, and it is Tobacco Oud, and this is a great scent. Oh my gosh. This scent sets out to do exactly what it's supposed to do. This fragrance is dark, it's masculine, it is unapologetic in what it does. It's very, very, very well done. Tobacco is beautifully done in it, and it really is just a beautifully done fragrance. Now, the other fragrance that we're talking about is equally as beautiful in my opinion. It is John Varvatos' Dark Rebel. Dark Rebel. This fragrance is great too. It's got tobacco and leather, a lot of masculine notes in it. It's great. Sorry about that, guys. I had to put on a leather jacket for this battle because these fragrances are that badass. I'm also gonna be sweating my ass off by the end of the video. Oh well. Both of the fragrances will go head to head in categories such as uniqueness, scent, performance, affordability, and mass appeal. I have Tobacco Oud on this hand, and I have Dark Rebel on this hand. Starting off with scent, these are both beautiful scents. Tobacco Oud is a lot drier. You could picture somebody equally in a leather jacket, but what I picture is some preppy dude from like the 40s, or I don't know, I'll put a picture, but he's wearing a lot of suede. It's in the fall time, and yeah, he's a guy who has experienced a lot of things, and he really doesn't care what people think about how he smells. He wears fragrances for himself. He wants to smell badass. Tobacco Oud has a lot of whiskey in it. Kind of playing second fiddle to the tobacco because I don't really get much oud, even though it's Tobacco Oud. I get a dry, aged kind of whiskey, alcohol mixed with tobacco. That's exactly what this one does. On the other side of things, Dark Rebel. Dark Rebel is sweeter than Tobacco Oud, but the quality is there as well. So I get a lot of sweet tobacco from Dark Rebel, and I love that. I really do. It opens up fresher than Tobacco Oud also, so it really doesn't have that dry feel. But you can really see somebody pulling this off at night. He's a more modern dressed guy. He's probably wearing a moto jacket, and he also really doesn't care what people think. You know, you kind of get a little bit of smoky leather in the dry down, and it's good. It's really creative. They're both really good. For scent, these two tie because I love both of these fragrances so much, and to pick one smell over the other, I really can't. They're both amazing. Now, if you want to say quality-wise, Tom Ford is a bit stronger, maybe, but they're both up there. All right, moving on to uniqueness. These are two very unique scents. There's not going to be a lot of people smelling like you if you wear these. Again, they're fragrances that more suit experiences and a vision that a person has for them. And for uniqueness, I think that goes to Tobacco Oud. Now, this is not saying that Dark Rebel isn't unique, but The smell that you get from tobacco oud is a lot more distinct and different because it has a dryness to it that the Varvatos doesn't have. Moving on to performance. All right, so performance on Varvatos fragrances are historically bad. Everybody says that these things don't last anything, but on this kind of scent, do you really want to project so loud? I think for both of these, you want them to kind of be reserved and close to the skin because they're kind of personal in a way, and you wear them for yourself. So, as with history says, this Varvatos fragrance does not perform that strong. It goes on, it projects probably for about 2 hours, and it lays low for the rest of the duration. I'd say it probably lasts about 8 hours. But for the tobacco oud, this thing doesn't project that much, but it lingers on your skin for a really, really long time. I think I went to sleep with this fragrance on one time, and I woke up and it was still on my hand. For performance, that's gonna go to tobacco oud. Let's move on to versatility. So these fragrances aren't gonna be uber versatile. They are really meant for yourself, but you can wear them anytime you want. Just limit your sprays to whatever situation you're going to. These fragrances will be beautiful dressed up, dressed down. In my opinion, I think tobacco oud is a bit more versatile because it's not as sweet as Dark Rebel is in the opening. Not to say that it's super versatile, but because of that sweetness, I think that Dark Rebel is probably more suited for fall and winter, and tobacco oud could probably be worn in summer evenings or spring evenings too. So for versatility, I'm gonna give it to tobacco oud. Moving on to affordability. These two fragrances are on opposite sides of the spectrum. You have Tom Ford Private Blend, which is sky high, and you have John Varvatos Dark Rebel, which you can find at discounters for less than $30. Honestly, the John Varvatos is a no-brainer here if you're looking for a really creative scent with tobacco. Make sure you sample both of them, but for price, that's definitely, without a doubt, going to Dark Rebel. All right, let's go to mass appeal. These two fragrances weren't created to be mass appealing. I'll take that with a grain of salt because they aren't mass appealing in the way that a lot of men's fragrances are. They're not shower gel like Sauvage or Bleu de Chanel. They're not light and florally with a lot of liveliness. They're dark and deep and resinous. So I don't see a problem with anybody wearing the two fragrances. I think that you can pull compliments with these fragrances, but no, compared to a lot of things on the market, these are not going to be as mass appealing as those. That being said, I do think that there is more mass appeal in Dark Rebel because Dark Rebel is sweeter, and a lot of people tend to gravitate to sweet scents because of its sensual quality. So it's sweet, but it's also aggressive, and tobacco oud is kind of just aggressive. So for mass appeal, I'm going to give it to Dark Rebel. We've reached the conclusion of this video. For the battle between tobacco oud and Varvatos Dark Rebel, I'm going to give it to Dark Rebel. Of course, this is my opinion, but because of the price of the Tom Ford and because of the great smell of the Dark Rebel, I would pick Dark Rebel all the time. It is such an amazing creative scent, perfect for fall and winter, perfect for people who kind of want to have that bad boy characteristic. That's not to say that tobacco oud isn't. If you can find it at a good price, go ahead and get it. But in my opinion, because of the price and because of the quality of the fragrance, Dark Rebel wins this battle. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm coming out with another one on Sunday, so stay tuned. It's gonna be cool. All right, see you guys. Bye.